Hey guys, Crystal here at Crystal's Crafties. In the last tutorial we talked about yarn. We're going to talk about yarn again because it has just gotten bigger and bigger and bigger since then. This is going to be yarn, faux yarn, crochet, latch hook, anything in that type of a feel. As I scroll through these, you're going to notice almost every single one of these has this popular now or bestseller badge. Like, these things are just going crazy and you need to start making them right now. You can still get these out there and get them selling before the big rush hits. I showed you last time how to do something similar to this in Affinity Designer, but I got a ton of questions, people asking how can I do it if I don't have Affinity, if I don't have Procreate, what can I do? Well guys, I hope you have your all access membership to Creative Fabrica, because that's where it's at. If you don't, go ahead and get that now. It is just $3.99 a month. I will put a link to it, but that's how we're gonna get this done. There are tons and tons and tons of these designs already in Creative Fabrica. You can see right here, there's so many different ways you can do this. It doesn't have to be this doodle border style. I just did that because I already have the frames and I knew it would be easy to pop these in. I got 3 clip arts, 3 digital papers, used my doodle border Canva frames, and created this little design in probably 10 minutes. The possibilities are so great, but let's hop into Creative Fabrica and let's put yarn Christmas, and then let's narrow this down to graphics and illustrations, and here it all is. Like, it's already all over Creative Fabrica. And guys, if you have that all access membership, every bit of this is free for you to download. So what we're going to do is just find groups of these that go together. You can find them already in a group, or you can find ones that feel good together, like this tree and this tree would go well together. If you wanted to make a collage, you can get your little Highland cow, or you could do nutcrackers and that tree would go well together. Pick some designs you like. They're everywhere. They are vast. And then narrow down on that designer. Like, I know all 3 of these are from the same designer. Actually, these are too, just because they're using the same background. But if they're from the same designer, they're probably going to have the same color family and they're going to mesh well together in your designs. I'm just going to click into this one and show you. I'm going to go into her profile here. Oh, these are great. Look at all this cute stuff. Oh my goodness, but that's not what all we're here for. We want the yarn. So I'm just going to sort this. I'm going to type yarn. Okay. And now you can see all of her yarn designs that you could mash up together. Let's say you were trying to do something like this. No problem. You just come over here, pick 3 or 4 of these and some bows. You're good to go. Okay. How are you going to take all of this and make it a unique design so that you can sell it in your POD shop if you have an Etsy POD shop? Well, one way is to mash all of those up and add some other elements that aren't just her elements. Add some words, some text, some backgrounds, some digital papers. You know, get creative with it and mix a bunch of things up and you're good to go, which is what I'm going to show you right now. So again, I took these 3 little crochet PNGs from Creative Fabrica, and I took these 3 digital papers from Creative Fabrica, and let me show you how I put them all into these frames. I'm going to add a new page here. You don't have to put them into frames like I said, but this is just a quick thing that I'll show you how to do to maybe get your creative ideas flowing. So this is the frame that I sell in my Etsy shop. I'm just going to copy this guy here, I'm going to come over here, I'm going to paste it onto this page. And then make it a little bit smaller so we can see it. Okay, now I'm going to select it all and I'm going to ungroup it so that I can move the border off. If you don't move the border off, you cannot access the frame. Okay. Let's fill these frames with the backgrounds. I'm just going to throw them in here. I did edit these. I used the filters to edit the colors a little bit. There's a lag going on right now. Canva is in the middle of updates. They're doing something big and it involves Affinity Designer, but we don't have all the news on that yet. But anyways, it's got a lot of lags in it right now. But you can see like this one, I turned to more of a, actually that was the snowflake, I turned it to more of a brown. And I just used the edit features in here to change that to however I wanted it. You can do whatever you want with it. Okay, now I also put these three guys into the same exact frames. So, select it all, copy. I'm just gonna add a new page because that one was getting a little jumbled. And paste, Control V will paste, Control C will copy. I'm going to take these guys out, so I'm just selecting it and hitting backspace to get rid of the pattern that was already in there. And then you can drop, oh my goodness. I'm not even touching my mouse and that guy's just floating around. You can drop your images. Okay, that was fun. So those are in there. I'm going to select them all, group them together, and then you just come up here and put them right back on top of the frames that they were already in. And lining it up shouldn't be this difficult, but again, it's like Canva knew I was going to make a video, and it said, here, let me be difficult. I'm going to group these together. Group. I'm going to select both and just use the positions to make sure everything is perfectly centered. There we go. Okay. Then we bring these guys back down, put them on the top. Gonna blow up the screen a little bit so we can see. This guy needs to move. And just take your time to make sure everything's lined up perfectly. I'm just going to quickly kind of run through here, so it's not going to be absolutely perfect. But you can change the color of these borders if you want to match to the design. You can make it whatever you want. You can come in here and you can change the opacity if you want to see a little of that background through your yarn or crochet. I'm gonna hit the transparency here, and you can bring that down or put it wherever you want it. You can do whatever you want there. Move that guy back on top. I came in here to the elements and I typed in bow border, and I got a fun little bow border to stick on there. That's not the one I used, but it's what I'm going to put on here for now. And you can kind of make it whatever color you want that's going to match into your design. I duplicated that. I will flip it, put it over there. And that quickly is how I ended up with this design. I just repositioned them, and you can add a phrase or whatever you want to that. You can put them into, I saw one here that had traditional brush strokes. Where did that go? This one, you can put those into brush strokes. You can put them into doodles. There's that, the same type of thing with wording underneath it. You can get yourself one of these big messy paint bows. You can do the collage of things. So many different things that you can do as long as you have that Creative Fabrica membership, and you can get access to all of these. There's no need to create your own when so many of these are already available on Creative Fabrica. Like this one, I thought the patchwork was really going to take off, and it did. It had its moment, but this has this has gone just insane. All right, guys, that's all I've got for you. We'll see you next time.